News, the Giants trading away one of their defensive stalwarts to Tampa Bay. NFL Network insider Ian Rapoport joins us now for more. And Ian, what can you tell us about the details about who's coming and who's going for the Bucs and for, more importantly, the Giants here?
Well, it is Jason Pierre-Paul, the former star pass rusher for the Giants, who got the franchise tag, then a huge contract just last year, is going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a trade that is going to be final very soon. It is in the works. It is agreed to, so it is happening. He goes with a fourth-round pick in exchange for a third-round pick and another fourth-round pick. So basically, the Giants get an extra third, and they swap fourth-rounders with the Bucs. And this does a couple things. For the Giants, it takes away a 4-3 defensive end and gives them to Tampa Bay, which does certainly have a pass rush need, and the Giants are moving to a 3-4 defense. So scheme-wise, JPP would not exactly fit there, so certainly that clears the deck for the Giants, takes his money off the books and sends it to Tampa, which is obviously in win-now mode, just given the changes they made in free agency. Vinny Curry, JPP, and some others. And the Giants now, they do lose a good player, so they create a pretty big hole for themselves. They have the number 2 spot in the draft, so it really opens up who they could take. This really means they could take anyone.
That's exactly it. So how does this affect their draft strategy at this point in time? Because as you mentioned, they could draft anyone. They go for a quarterback. They can go for somebody like Bradley Chubb if they had to.
It's hard to know how it actually affects things. You can look at it a couple different ways. You could say, sure, the Giants could take Bradley Chubb at number 2, fill a spot at pass rusher and move forward from there. Sure, that's possible. Or you could say the Giants are sending away one of their better players. They're trying to rebuild on the fly. Maybe they say, let's trade down. Let's give this pick up to, say, the Buffalo Bills, a team that might want to move up for a quarterback and collect picks and try to rebuild their team under Dave Gettleman and under new coach Pat Shermer. Could look at it that way as well. Or they could just say, Eli Manning is in his late 30s. We need a quarterback. We're just going to take the best quarterback available. Either way, you could look at it a whole bunch of different ways for the Giants. I'm not sure this really has any definitive status on what they're going to take for the draft. This really just means they unload a big contract that was not going to fit in their team this year.
How does this affect the payroll for both the Giants and the Bucs?
Well, it gives the Giants a little bit of a relief. They don't have to pay, I believe it's $11+ million in cash for JPP this year. They get that salary off. And for the Bucs, they take on even more cash, and they have done that this offseason. I mentioned added Vinny Curry. It's about $7 million a year. For him, that's a 3-year deal. Then add JPP, about $12 million and future cap hits. The Bucs are taking on some payroll, and this really is the year to do it because probably next year is the year they target for a blockbuster contract extension for Jameis Winston. So this is probably the only year they can take on salary like this and just kind of move on and deal with it. But the coaching staff was given a reprieve. General Manager Jason Light was given a reprieve this year. It's pretty clear this is a season that the Bucs have to win in, and they are acting like it.